Hi, my name is Steve Hanbury, National Landlord Investment Show, and today I'm in sunny Birmingham at the National Landlord Investment Show. I'm delighted to be with Kax Chana of Glover Priest, and we're talking all about legal requirements for landlords. So, Kax, lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.
Thank you. What are the private landlord's responsibilities, would you say, when renting a property?
Okay, so there's a whole host, and I will just mention a few. There's obviously the ongoing repairs of a property. They need to ensure at the outset of the tenancy, which is where most of the responsibilities come into play, that they put the the deposits into the relevant and tenancy deposit scheme, provide the requisite notice for that as well. They need to ensure that there's an up-to-date energy performance certificate at all times whilst the tenant is in the property. There's requirements so far as gas safety certificates are concerned, and there's electricity certificates also that come into play as well. So that's the bulk of responsibilities, but landlords should always be ensuring that they're up to date because things change very regularly.
Yeah, so there's a lot of tick boxes, but obviously to be a good landlord, they've all got to be ticked. So therefore, what are the common mistakes that are made by landlords?
So common mistakes quite often relate to what they've done with the deposit. They stipulate that a deposit is payable under the tenancy agreement, however they fail to protect that within a government recognised scheme. Now you need to protect the deposit, you also need to give the notice as well, so there's no point protecting a deposit and not giving that notice to your tenants. They sometimes wish to obtain possession of their property, and the way in which you do it is dependent upon the circumstances and the avenue which you wish to go down, but again sometimes they fail to do that. And
on that note, what is the procedure?
So the procedure so far as possessions are concerned, we have two main procedures that private landlords follow. They either have a non-fault, which is known as a Section 21 notice that they serve, or there's a fault, so rent arrears, for example, or breaches of the tenancy agreement. Now, we start off serving the relevant notice with the relevant documents. If they fail to vacate the property thereafter, the next step is to commence county court proceedings for possession. Once an order for possession is given, if again the tenant fails to vacate, the final hurdle is to then appoint county court bailiffs to obtain possession of your property.
Fantastic. So Section 21 is coming to an end. What's going to happen?
So it's certainly in the pipeline to bring non-fault possessions to an end, but I do strongly feel that the government are going to have to put something in place. For instance, if a landlord wishes to take possession of their property to sell the property, or they wish to move into the property themselves, they certainly cannot leave landlords in a position whereby they cannot obtain possession of their property for good reason.
Brilliant. Last question, why should landlords come to you
So we're Glover Priest solicitors. I'm a solicitor within the litigation team. We cover all of the notices, possession proceedings. We also deal with property disputes, so your neighbour disputes, whether you've got a boundary issue, you may well have a professional negligence claim against the conveyancer who acted on your behalf. We also have a very strong conveyancing team. We deal with residential, commercial, auction properties, and then we also deal with your wills, your probates, your families. So we're a very well-rounded firm. We have 8 offices across the Midlands, but our client base is up and down the country. So I'm hoping we'd be able to assist you in some way or another.
Oh, that's fantastic, Kax. And lovely to meet you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. My name's Steve Hanbury, National Landlord Investment Show. Thank you.